Hi, this is Lance Keltner from Guitar 25 and Retro Channel, www.retro-channel.com. I've been lucky enough over the last 20 some odd years to work at some of the best studios in the world with some of the best producers like Jim Gaines and Andy Johns. During my time at those studios, I really got familiar with some of the best gear in the world, and a lot of that is vintage gear. Telefunken V72 mic pre's, LA2A compressors, and Pultec EQs. Unfortunately, like a lot of us, I could never afford that kind of gear at my own studio, and I certainly couldn't afford to carry it around on tour with me. So I got an amazing technical team together, and we designed a thing called the Retro Channel. The Retro Channel captures those sounds in one easy-to-use package. I've got one here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it today. If you look to where my hand's placed here on top of the Retro Channel box, this section of the unit right here really mimics the sound of a Telefunken V72 mic pre. Now, I will tell you this straight up, this is not a digital unit. There is nothing digital in this box. It's all analog technology. If you look right here, I'm talking to the microphone right now, we have an XLR switch, an instrument switch. We have phantom power switch for all of your mics that require phantom power. We have a +12, -12 switch here, and you can control whether or not you want all the way from -12, +18, +24, and +30 dB on this unit. Now, the reason we added +12 switches, we know there's a lot of you guys out there that really like to use ribbon microphones. In fact, one of my good friends, David Torn, was telling me the other day that he wouldn't even be interested in trying this unit if it didn't have the ability to basically power his ribbons that he loves. So we put a +12 switch on this so that we can accommodate any microphone on earth, basically anything from your vintage ribbons all the way to your modern SM57s. Second section of the Retro Channel really mimics the sound of an LA2A compressor. Right now we have that compression at minimum. We have compressor switch, compressor or limit. You can bring that compressor up and really squash that mic. Now, as you do that, obviously, you're going to want to adjust your gain control as well. And you can really get a lot of tonality out of working just between the V72 style section and the LA2 style section. What I like to do at home a lot of times on a vocal is really play around with cranking up the front end of this and then controlling the back end gain with the compressor back end gain. You get a really thick, meaty, fat sound on a vocal mic, and it works amazingly well with two microphones. Now, the third and final section on this box, which is my favorite, actually sounds a lot like a vintage Pultec EQ. I'm going to engage that now. Now, when I've been in the studio for years with Andy and some of the other guys I've worked with, we mainly use a Pultec on vocals and on some of the guitar tracks just to bump 100 just a little bit. Right now, I've got the low frequency section set to boost 100 Hertz. Now, I usually just bring that up just a little bit, as you can probably hear on the microphone right now. Obviously, I wouldn't use this much on a vocal, but you can tell there's a wide range of boost here. Now, the other thing that I generally do is I'll take the high frequency section and I'll usually boost a bit at 10K, which I'm doing right now. So there's basically three sections here. You've got your high frequency section, which you've got a bandwidth control, so you can control how narrow or wide your bandwidth is. You've got the amount of boost that you actually want to use. I'm bringing that up just a bit now, bringing it back down. And you've got ranges from all the way from 3K, 4K, 5K, and then you can switch over here to R2, which is range 2, and you can go from 8 to 16. So that's really a really neat section there. We also have a way to attenuate at 2.5, 5K, 10K, and 20K. And then again, the low frequency section, you can boost or attenuate at 20, 30, 60, and 100. Got an EQ in and out switch. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to bring to your attention here is that there is an instrument input on the front and the back of this unit. And I have found this unit to be an amazing sounding piece for using with bass guitars direct, using with acoustic guitars that have pickups. Anything, any instrument you have that plugs in. This unit also sounds amazing for snare drums, kick drums, overheads. I'm using it for everything at my studio now just because I love the warm, thick tone of this piece. It can go everywhere from completely uncolored to absolutely sounding like something out of Abbey Road or an old Stones record, and that's what I really love. Part two of this demo, I'm going to show you a new thing that we've discovered about retro channel, which is that it sounds really incredible in front of guitar amps. So I'll take a quick break, be right back with you. Thanks. Hi, this is Lance Keltner from Guitar 25 and Retro Channel, www.retro-channel.com. In this segment, we're going to talk about Retro Channel and the ways that it can be used outside of the studio. We already decided that the Retro Channel works amazingly well for miking electric guitar amps, for vocals, for drums, for overheads. We've tested in that application and it's awesome. One thing we have found is that bass players really enjoy this with a power section through cabinets because it's so amazing direct in the studio that it was just that much better when we stuck a power amp on it and ran that through some speakers. Well, we took it the next logical step and we've been running Retro Channel in front of guitar amps. I want to show you a little bit of that right now. Got a Hinbev S2 in front of a divided by 13 amp. The only thing between the cord and the amplifier is the Retro Channel. What I want to do is, you're already hearing the benefit of the Telefunken style pre in front of the divided by 13s, get a little bit more grain, a little bit more oomph. Is we want to bring in this compressor just a bit. Sustain to an already great guitar and play big open G chords and it'll ring out forever, and you can have it where it really locks down hard or where it's really kind of a smooth feel. Really catches air with those chords. In my case, what I like to also do is do what I do in the studio, is boost a little bit at 100. Touch more. So you can use this to really thicken up a small guitar amp, or to really boost hard an amp that has, say 2 to 4 output tubes. It's great for slide, it's great to get that sort of bird tones, the kind of really compressed, beatless sort of things like they would use in the studio. Great piece in front of your amplifier as well as in the studio. So check us out at www.retro-channel.com. Thanks for your time. I'm Lance Keltner.